So there's been a lot of controversy around Quebec's idea to tax the unvaccinated. All I gotta say is I 100% support Quebec taxing the unvaccinated, people that are not vaccinated against COVID-19. I think all of Canada should tax the unvaccinated. So Quebec plans to do that to any adult 18 years of age or older who is medically able to get the COVID vaccine but refuses to get it. So in other words, people who are medically unable to get the COVID vaccine for legitimate medical reasons are exempt from that. So in other words, they're not going to force anyone who has medical problems with the COVID-19 vaccine to get vaxxed. But any adult who's medically able to get vaxxed and just refuses to get vaxxed in Quebec will be fined. I don't know how much the fine's going to be. I read somewhere that's $100. I don't know though. But I support that strategy. I think all of Canada should fine people who are able to get vaccinated and refuse to get vaccinated. As a matter of fact, I would take it a step further. Like right now, any kids that are 5 and older can get vaccinated. So I would make it that any kids between 5 and 17 who are medically able to get vaccinated, whose parents refuse to get them vaccinated, make it that their parents get fined for refusing to vaccinate their kids. Because as far as I'm concerned, that's child abuse. If your kids are medically able to get vaccinated against a dangerous illness like COVID-19, you refuse to get them vaccinated, then those parents should be fined. I mean, there's a number of other diseases that kids have to get vaccinated against if they're medically able to. I can't think of those diseases off the top of my head. Some of them might be smallpox, chickenpox, measles, mumps, tetanus, whooping cough. Again, I don't know for sure, but I do know for a fact there's certain vaccines that parents are required by law to have their kids immunized against, and if they don't, then those kids get suspended from school. Bottom line, if you're medically able to get vaccinated against COVID-19, you refuse to get vaccinated against COVID-19, or refuse to get your kids vaccinated against COVID-19 even though they're medically able to, you're basically a burden to society. You're a burden to our healthcare system. Yes, Omicron has sweeping the population like wildfire. And yes, I realize the majority of people right now that are getting Omicron are fully vaccinated people. However, the great majority of vaccinated people who get Omicron are not ending up in the hospital and not ending up dead. Even though right now I think it's 80% of Canadians age 5 and older are currently are fully vaxxed against COVID right now. So that means only 20% are less than fully vaxxed against COVID. That 20% of unvaxxed Canadians are making up well over half the Omicron cases that are currently in the hospital. You're burdening the healthcare system by refusing to get vaxxed if you're able to get vaxxed. And many nurses and doctors and other medical staff are off work right now because they have to isolate or because they're sick with COVID-19 symptoms because of you selfish anti-vaxxers. So I'd like to see the rest of Canada take the same strategy and fine people who refuse to get vaxxed even though they're medically able to. Get your vax.